Okay, so I'm really excited because today Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green dropped on the Nintendo Switch. And yes, it's a game I played before. Yes, it's a game I could technically get an emulator for on my phone. But honestly, for me, it's not even about that. Like, yeah, I dropped the $20. Like, it is what it is. Fire Red, I don't think was necessarily the first Pokemon game I played, because I do remember playing Yellow. But it was the first Pokemon game that I played when I had some more knowledge as to what I was supposed to be doing. I didn't have a lot. Mind you, I did not have a lot. I didn't even know how to reset the fucking game. I ended up playing on Juarez's account after he had already beat the game. So, but needless. My point is that Fire Red definitely holds a very special place in my heart. I even still have a Game Boy cartridge, not that Game Boy cartridge that I was mentioning before, but I still do have one. And I'm really excited. I'm on my way to work, so that's a little bit of a bummer, but it's okay, because ultimately, I want to get the work done so that way when playtime comes, I can actually play and immerse myself and not be so riddled with a lot of the things that I still have to do as an adult. Because unfortunately, I'm not 9 years old anymore. 21 years later, here I am. Sorry, I had to make sure I was able to go. But I'm really excited because what I want to do, obviously the gameplay is going to be the gameplay, right? It's going to be the same foundational structure that it's been since it released back in 95, the year I was born, by the way. So what I'm doing is creating my own story within that story, meaning I want to tell a story. Like, I want to have fun with it, though. So I was thinking about like the names and stuff. I've already started the game, but I'm going to reset it. And I'm thinking of telling the story of little me, but integrated, right? The story of myself, Daryl. Obviously, well, not obviously, but as a kid growing up, I was using my middle name, Devon. So I'm thinking of using that name for my rival, because it's really, there's no competition. It's really just me versus me. And I think that captures that very well, with my rival being named Devon and my character's name being named Daryl. So I feel like that's already an emotional core to the story. There's a no-brainer. I'm choosing Charmander. I do want to nickname Charmander. I just don't know what to nickname Charmander. Like, that's kind of what I'm stuck on a little bit. But as far as my team goes, I would like to have a team of Charizard, Nidoking, Snorlax, Cloyster, Jolteon. Who am I missing? And Gengar. There you go. With obviously Charizard being my starter, I want Gengar to represent, I want each Pokemon to represent something special, and Gengar is going to be that representation of fear, right? Me not mastering fear, but just the fear that I've had from childhood up until now, and how it's kind of taken over my life, but using it as a metaphor to play on for something for me to overcome. Jolteon was one of my favorite Pokemons back in the day. I remember getting a Jolteon card and just loving that card. Outside of that, there's not a huge reason as to why I chose Jolteon. I choose to have an electric Pokemon. There's going to be Jolteon or Electabuzz, and I chose Jolteon because I've trained Electabuzzes before. Never really necessarily trained a Jolteon like this, so it'll be fun. But an electric typing on my team is for the bond that I have with my brother, Hooter. I don't need to explain that. The whole fire, electric thing that we had going on. Cloyster is going to represent protection, right? Just whatever that means for me, in the sense of overprotection, not enough protection, too much protection, but boundaries. Ultimately, it's getting to that point of boundaries, right? Whereas Gengar is learning to not master fear, but learning to see fear as a compass versus something that's holding me down, holding me back. Snorlax is going to be kind of the sleepy me, just adult me that's just tired all the time, but can take a hit, super resilient, and can also dish that shit out too. So I'm really excited to train a Snorlax. I've never actually trained a Snorlax, so that'll be fun. Nidoking, it's really just a callback to like that structure of Pokemon, like that dangerous structure. Because nowadays, like they just released the new Wind and Waves trailer for the starters, and I'm just so unimpressed. Like the starters just look so childish, and I get it, it's not for me, but whatever. Nidoking is going to represent that. Plus, Nidoking has a lot of adaptability within his moveset, so I like to think of that as like my creativity and my adaptability, my malleable, if that's a word, of my brain and how I can do things. So that's why I'm choosing Nidoking. Who else am I missing? I think I got everybody. Nidoking, Gengar, Charizard, Snorlax, Jolteon, and Cloyster. Yeah. So I'm really excited to get back home and play. Again, I'm gonna reset it. The only I've never been one to like pay super close attention to like natures and stuff like that. I do want to do soft resets until I get that timid nature Charmander, which would be really cool. How cool would it be if I actually got a shiny though? Like unintended. Like I'm not even trying to go. I actually don't even want a shiny Charmander. Like I don't like the colorways. But anyways, my point being is to get that timid Charizard or Charmander nature. But outside of that, all my other mons can be what they're going to be. I think I'll do like this rule of 3, where either 3 or 5, where I catch 3 or 5 of that same Pokemon. So for instance, Ghastly, right? The ones that I can, because I don't like. So we'll use Ghastly for example. Catch 3 Ghastly or 5 Ghastly. Maybe I'll meet myself in the middle and go for it. And kind of choose which one I want to roll with based off of that, because I'm the kind of trainer that like I get emotionally attached to my mons. Like it was hard for me to even start putting starters in the box. I had to really want a different Pokemon, especially at the beginning of the game. Like that was just unheard of to me. I am kind of like debating on like doing like picking Squirtle. Right? Picking Squirtle and then getting Arcanine, which would then fill my Snorlax Jolteon spots for speed and like defense, but whatever, that's not what I'm playing again. So yeah, I'm excited to get home and play, man. I got a couple hours of work, got this all-staff meeting, got a meeting at Bora today. And then I'm gonna get home, kind of see what my mom needs, make sure she has the things that she needs, and then I'm gonna play Fire Red, bro, for as long as possible. Like, I'm gonna put something on maybe, so I can have it in the background. I'm just gonna play. I don't want this to be like a project, right? I don't want to be super structured and technical with it, but I do want to have some kind of format I can look at to follow to kind of keep me grounded in the game and the narrative that I'm telling through this story, which is, you know, my character, Daryl, he's, you know, wanted to be a Pokemon trainer all his life, right? And now he wakes up on the day that he can actually start. And his goal is to be the Pokemon champion. Like, he wants to be champion. Kind of tying in that WWE kind of lore, right? So it's not just being the best, it's being champion. And at first, he believes that being champion will bring respect and validation and things like that. But he kind of learns throughout his journey that he's already had those things, right? He's just had little things in his way that have kept him from really achieving them. But being champion is a goal for him. It's not just about that validation. It's really just about, you know, that having a competitive spirit and wanting to be someone, wanting to be recognized as somebody. So I'm really excited to tell that story. I'm hoping to do little like screenshots to IG on my Brain Dump account just to kind of like tell the story a little bit. So I think I want to start off with, you know, something introducing the character. Definitely got to capture the moment where I choose my starter. I think those are the two main key points. It's just something to introduce my character, his goal, and then him choosing his starter. I think those are the two main things that I want to make sure I capture for the screenshot. But the goal is to play first, build the story second, right, and then post last. So play undoubtedly comes first. And yeah, I'm just excited, man. I'm excited. I really hope that I can just really immerse myself into this, because again, this is an old game that I played before. So I'm hoping that, by doing this, it creates a window for me to really put myself in the shoes of my character in the Pokemon world, as I've always wanted as a kid. So yeah, I just wanted to just kind of express this, get this out. I'm driving right now, so I couldn't really write it. I'm on my way to a staff meeting, so gonna be kind of occupied mentally. But the goal for today is to be present, to show up for work, be engaged, and yeah, get the job done so I can come home and play some Pokemon Fire Red, man. So.